we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Cardinals will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Mississippi State's offense will have the football first. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just how diligent they are in getting the tight end involved, Jesse. It just didn't work last week.
Yeah, there's no question that this coaching staff, they know the offense basically goes as their big tight end goes. And that's why they lost their last game out. They didn't get him the ball in. And that was a huge problem. So, David, big priority. Number 1 for this offense in this one, get him as many touches, as many ways as you can.
Yeah, feed the big fella, the big target, the chain mover, the red zone area, but just, you don't have to be as accurate. I think that's the thing that's nice.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He'll be down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
That's caught. It's Traore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Quarterback adapted. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place. Was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Maryland. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Brought down on play at the 13-yard line. First down for the offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Bulldogs! First score of the game goes up.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Louisville Cardinals offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And
it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. They want to throw it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mississippi State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. With the catch, it's Garrison. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. After that last completion, it's second down. They'll try to pop the draw. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. Looking for a gap. It's Russ.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quick completion on the out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Caught close to the marker. It's Garrison. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Makes the catch. It's Garrison.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Russ. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. 1st down and more. Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cardinals.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. From the shotgun, the inside give. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Good timing on the quick out. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leads into 3rd and 3. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. grabbed in the middle. It's cool. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Throws to the tight end. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Out of the end zone. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet.
There he goes.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Cardinals come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. The give to the back. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore. They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety. That means being physical and getting it back downhill. Not
intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this game.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll take the deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
He's brought down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. He's looking to pass. Snagged out of the air. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Trying play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Garrison. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cardinals can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Right back to the well. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to fire. He's not afraid to go deep. Caught at the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's caught! Touchdown, Mississippi State!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here's a return from the end zone. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Louisville for a fun first half than you? And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because
he's loose down the middle. He's at the 20. Touchdown Cardinals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Power football with the run. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give from the gun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Turning it on. Touchdown Bulldogs. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
dances away. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. They boot it away. He'll try to feel the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The inside handoff. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge, he's killing me.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Great place to start for this offense. Reads it, fires complete. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Cardinals with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the 1st down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Russ. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, raise a toast to the victor of the great rivalry between Florida and Georgia. Here's a recap of how things played out. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have, it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell, just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. It'll be a draw. Runs through a tackle. Still running at the 40. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. And the Cardinals just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback running on the draw. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville! They take the lead with the 6.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Leaves it with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the ground with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give out of the gun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Right on target this time. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
And remember, we saw this receiver in the first half have a number of inward breaking routes, and now in the second half, we're seeing more stuff to the outside. That's a really good adjustment by this offensive coordinator.
Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well give it to him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. Bringing the heat. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. Two good plays. Now third down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quickly out to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Punt is in the air. Let's see what he can do with it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Gets it to the back. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control, and you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice footwork, young fella.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Oh, what an exciting finish this is going to be. The offense has it one more time. One last drive, and turning it on. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move, trying to get the late score. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Using his feet to buy time. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, incomplete pass, go to third down. If we need to go for it on fourth down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. and he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Works the middle of the field. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking downfield on first down. There's the pressure. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.